Yeah. Miss you guys.
More for some of us.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are back.
Just like you left me.
I see no difference.
Of course. Always been a queen.
Just pulled it out of the shell, eh?
And welcome to Sunday Night Reckless Moves. I'm Michael Cremeen, I'm the Dungeon Master, and I am surrounded by amazing people who play amazing characters. And with no particular order other than what shows up on my Zoom screen, we are going to start with Mandy, who plays Oob.
Oh,
you have
yeah.
to unmute.
I can get it on Collins, I think.
Yeah.
So I play Oobleck, who is a plasmoid warlock, and he is here to fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Nice. We have Colin, who plays Arthur.
Yeah, I play Arthur, a tiefling bard, a red horny individual.
Right.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Direct.
We have Matt, who plays Rockham.
Hi, I play Rockham. He is just a little guy, a autonom armor artificer, and he is the manifestation of attention deficit disorder.
That is so true.
Rob, who is wearing appropriately the crown of the barbarian.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there are titles of office.
Play-
No,
Go for it.
oh, well, I mean, like, so I got myself some magical daddies, and I'm still trying to find them, but like, he seems to be really hard to find. But I spend some of my times in a bottle, and so the pretty princess crown I found in a cushion, which I think is pretty cool. But usually I kind of hit stuff really hard. And I just love my friends quite a lot. Also, good friend of Oobs.
Yes.
The funny part is, if you go to Rob's house, you could find one of those in a cushion in the. So
Oh, yeah. My
yeah.
wife has like 20 of these, so I just thought it'd be fun. I don't have any hair, though.
there
So,
were
like, I'm bald.
stacks
So
of them.
there's nothing for me to put the crown into. So there's just like.
There were stacks of them next to the
floating.
door today.
I know.
And last but certainly not least, we have Roger, who plays Ridley.
Ridley, the Shadarkai Phantom Rogue. Oh, okay. I'm just getting messages from Matt popping up in my face. Sneaky guy. Rudy. Go
Shadarkai
ahead.
Rogue. Love it. And we also have a GIF fighter ranger who is Max, who is absent today. Max has recently gotten a message from Homeworld and has gone rather silent. But let me give you a recap of where we were so that people remember. You can go back and look at the last episode. But you guys witnessed and were witnesses at a trial of Bishop Agnon, who luckily was overseen by a friendly bishop. So in the Temple of Kutho, their structure is there is the head of church, the exalted, and there are three cardinals, and there are bishops under them, and then priests and so on, acolytes. The structure, though, had some interesting results from the trial. After some things were revealed, Krusk took off and basically ran. However, from some old contacts, like Hildy up in, I have to go look actually.
West
Pull up
side.
the
She's
map.
from the
The
she's from
west
the west
side.
side.
Let me pull up the Allenoria map for you guys so we can have a refresher.
No, she's Hilda with the good hair.
Oh no! All right, I'm gonna activate this map.
Hildy, tell me about Hildy with that good hair.
All
Oh
right,
my
so
gosh.
only character
So-
that we have it.
basically, I'm gonna see if I can see all the map. stream. You
My
actually
apologies for the
were
sound.
in the capital city. There was a trial. You had a kind of investigation. All right. You had an investigation. It was in Formac, the island city, where one of you just happened to dive into a lake and find something that Hildy had. Ublek.
Yeah.
And,
Random, Mandy. Even
Yeah.
for
just
you,
so,
that
it
was
was so
random.
random, but it unveiled like some pretty deep lore.
She fucked around and
So
she found
you,
out.
after
It's
the
called
trial,
gut
Trust took
instinct.
off.
She did fuck around and find
You
out.
did find out that he was, to find out where he's headed. You did stop and talk to Hildy. You got a couple other leads. You tracked him down to find out he was going to be escaping down through Eris to the southeast. And Eris is the border city to another, across a long desert to another kingdom, which is not on this map. But he was running. You laid a trap, and I don't know if you see the ping on the map in the bottom right. Here for the stream. So you kind of laid a trap, not knowing if he was going through Biaho or Oruma, because he was definitely on a sailing vessel, which is much slower than your airship. Yeah, so you went the way of the crow's flight and cut him off, laid a trap, captured him, and brought him in front of Bishop Agnon, who, with an agreed finally zone of truth, revealed that he knew exactly what he was doing. He was operating under Cardinal Kanev, and the Cardinal that is your friend, and then the other Cardinal that Agnon had told you was also friendly, Duladane. Just before the end of our last episode, you learn that Duladane fell down the stairs at the temple and died.
Dun dun
Yeah.
dun.
Fell down the stairs.
Oh, poor old Weathervane.
Yeah.
And he shall be remembered in the ways that he pointed into the north, usually.
Didn't know that Putin worked for the temple.
Putin?
Oh my gosh.
We're
He fell
such
down the
children.
stairs. He could have fell
We're
out a
such
window. Yeah.
Poor Weathervanes.
Or his airship got shot out of the sky.
Oh my lord.
Stranger things have happened.
Yes, stranger things have happened in D&D. So where you left it, you have captured Crust. Duladine is dead. You were taking Agnon back to the central, or his temple. And so where you left it on the map is you are in the northwest temple dropping him off. And then you learned that Duladane is dead. That leaves two bishops and the exalted Perrin Shoop, the head of the church, the exalted, has the responsibility to replace that person. So there's going to be a lot of advocacy and politics while they replace one of the three most powerful people in the kingdom. And Agnon is not there at
Or it won't.
the central temple.
I think I should run. What do you think?
I was just gonna say, I
I'm
think
about to
Oob
say.
might run for Congress.
All right. So, Oob and my little Rockham friends. So, what's the importance of someone being oversalted?
Oversalted?
Yes, I keep on hearing this phrase.
Yeah, it makes it hard to consume.
Well, if you're
that's what I
oversalted, you're
said.
not gonna, you know.
Are you
attract
talking about the
bacteria.
phrase exalted?
Oh, well, that's what I was saying. I mean,
No.
oh, so they got quite a lot of condiments upon them.
Yeah.
Like, so does that means that like they're too saucy for other people's?
Yeah. It keeps them safe from cannibals and stuff.
Oh, good.
It
Awesome.
also balances out the sweetness.
Well, what I was figuring is like they're quite old, so like they're trying to preserve themselves.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about it that way.
You know,
but yeah.
if you oversalt them, they don't go bad. They just
Right.
don't taste
So,
very good.
so these oversalted assholes.
They dry out
Yeah.
a little bit though.
Well,
Makes
that's
them
what I
safer
mean.
sailing vessel.
I mean, I could light a match on their cheeks. Right, they got quite a few wrinkles all the way down, and they're not from Smilings. So, what I was wondering, right, how's our Temple Daddy gonna do with all these peoples? You know, the oversalted types.
Well, he's one of them, right? Like they're replacing one of his peers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The oversalted dude is gonna pick somebody to succeed.
For those in the home game,
Dude,
oversalted is the new word
So
for
wrong.
exalted.
So, right, it's gonna be
Dead.
it's
Dude
gonna
is
be
dead.
it's gonna be kind of like a new Temple Daddy. Like,
Yeah.
do we get another one? Because I like
Okay,
the
yeah,
ones we
Temple
have.
Uncle.
Temple Uncle. I
I think-
like that quite
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, we got to be careful though, because we could get a good temple uncle like Temple Daddy, or we could get a bad temple uncle like
Who's too touchy
Like
feely.
baguette.
yeah.
Oh, I don't want no crusty, oversalted things.
Mm-mm.
Now, also-
but
One thing
Oh,
that
but
Hey
crosses
Arthur,
oh,
can you make the color smoke that they need to see to come out of the chimney?
Ooh.
one thing that
Maybe.
you do remember is that Krusk being captured, and there's no he has told you of Kanerv. You knew that, but you have no direct proof of that. Right? You have a witness, but this has
Well,
not
good.
been revealed to the temple or the world that Kanerv is
Kanerv.
behind this. He's
Oh,
still he's a cardinal. He's very powerful. Krusk was only one of his bishop. He has others, remember?
right.
One
And
of
he took
which
pains to discredit Krusk after we exposed him.
Yeah. Krosk is like
right.
No.
Kanerv this is a possibility. Krusk said Kanerv is very good at deflection and disavowing the activities of his underling that he had no idea of. Right?
So he's
So-
a politician.
That's the only thing that came out of the trial was that Kanerv wasn't running it, Kafka was.
that's right.
Yeah, there were three cardinals: Kafka, Kanerv, and Duladane.
Correct. And Duladane is now dead. So there's a power vacuum in the
Yeah.
So what do you guys know about cleaning really diligently?
I'm good at cleaning.
Well, yeah, you soak up most things around you because
Yeah.
I have a feeling there's going to be like a vacuum that is very, very charged. So, right, do we want, honestly, because I think that we've done a pretty good job for this little world. And, you know, seems to have like a whole place of squishiness, which sounds awesome. And we got like an angel in space that likes us. Like,
Yes.
do we really need to like bother ourselves about like, you know, who has the best vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, maybe we can come back and check on him later.
I don't know. It feels like we kind of made a bunch of the mess.
Nah.
We definitely
Oh,
cleaned up the mess. The mess existed prior to us.
Oh, said there
here.
was a vacuum. I mean, that's, I mean, or like, should we be the people that have the vacuum cleaner and clean up the messes? That's really like the idea is here.
We need to
Oh.
make sure that they use the vacuum correctly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, no offense to Temple Daddy, but we've saved his ass many a time, and at some point, my little birdie's got to learn to fly.
But it's not saving Temple Daddy, it's saving the world.
What you looking at? And I look in the
There's
same
so
direction.
many other worlds.
I'm
Yeah.
being dramatic.
Yeah, right. I'll look up in the same direction as Rockham. Be like, oh, yeah, there's definitely a spider web up there. But I
Do you
mean,
really
like,
have to worry about this world that much? I mean, there's so many other ones out there.
well, we've
Hey.
done a lot, but we've done quite a lot for this world.
My maker was from this world. He was a nice guy.
So, right.
So was mine.
You knew your dad?
Yeah. I mean, he isn't around anymore, but he was nice while I knew him.
Holy
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
What was it to like, because you like created Jews, right?
Yeah, so it wasn't like a dad, but like we went out and like did his job and stuff, and it was fun. And then he died.
Well,
And then I met you guys.
Oh, fair enough. If you ever want to play catch, Rockham,
Oh my
I'm just saying.
goodness.
But I mean, let's be real about this. All right. So we got some problems here. We brought most of the bad people to trial.
What if we went and got some allies and then brought them back, and then we could do like some government reform?
No,
Hey,
I
we
mean,
could be all like, hey, you said you guys were good and stuff. Well, we brought an angel.
You have me
maybe.
at government
Yeah.
reform.
We can
Oh.
bring an army of oobs.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
We're
the
very
God.
powerful.
A Batublian.
I'm gonna have to get some plasmoid character icons. All right.
I mean, the
So
Like a
oh,
how
lot
long
of
does
them.
this? How long does this process take? Of electing new cardinals.
Well, because you're still with
Generally
the
speaking.
bishop, Kruska's in chains.
Yeah, that's why I said no offense to Temple Daddy earlier.
He actually is going back into the lion's den, he says, but now he has protective guards that are the ones you witness just like control an entire crowd of 100 without sweating, without violence too. So
What's the fun in that?
the way,
I would fit.
just from your memory, remember the incident after the skyrite on the ceiling saying
for sure.
Celesta lives and the temple is a lie?
You know, to be
There was a
completely honest.
huge kind of a beginning of a, a protest in the
Beginning of
streets.
the end.
But when the guards came out, the
populace cowed.
they definitely cowed is a good word, but they were it wasn't cowed, they were afraid.
Hmm.
Because these guards, whoever they are, for the temple here, were not only respected but feared. So the bishop says, we have our own private guard. I've gotten rid of a few that were assigned to me that I didn't hire directly. And I feel good. I'm going to be heading back to the main temple in Al Razil City. And I'm going to do my best to ensure that the new person that is elevated from bishop to cardinal is someone we would trust.
Oh,
So
you know what, guys? So we know, like, the
It's
guy
going to
that
take
has
at least a month.
well, I mean, I think we can just get all past all this. Like, we know the guy that has all his toes. We just need to go find him.
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
That has
we,
has what?
Celesta.
All his toes.
Oh,
So, I mean,
No less than 10 toes.
Sorry,
I love it.
Michael. You're
You're gonna break Michael.
I didn't get that one.
And you
either.
guys do know where Celesto is too, because remember he was on the.
Yeah, well, so
the-
well, if we get the guy with all the shows like in the same room of these assholes, well, it's gonna be finished, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we bring Celesto back, Celesto may like go after the salted one.
And then we'll fight. We'll fight with like the guy with all his toes, and we'll go against the guy that has too much salt.
Yeah,
If we
I'm on
bring a lot
board.
of water, that'll dilute all the salt, and we can take
Right.
him out that way.
yeah,
Oh.
just eat him.
Yeah.
Agrees. But so I'm actually being quite serious right now. So like, if we really want to fight all of our problems at once, we get the guy that has all of his toes together. We bring him back from spaces, and we put him in front of the council, right?
Yes.
Those, right? No one has nothing to say against like a grand wizard.
Well, I mean, he's kind of Satan.
Well, no, that's how they painted him. I mean, like he's got painted toes.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of them.
Maybe a change in leadership is exactly what the church needs.
And at the end of
Yeah.
the day, whatever helps us give Karnak the
Karnak the Great.
Air.
crust Kanair.
I predict.
Whatever gives Kanair the Barthaselic treatment, I think.
I knew you'd get it, Mike.
No one under 40 will get that.
You know, it's funny that so much of your podcast, poor Michael, is in secondary speak. We are currently using Thieves Cant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm speaking in old man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, man.
There's like a dialect of thieves can't call old man.
Old man Thieves
was
Cant.
a Johnny Carson reference.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So,
I don't even know who that is.
like, out of
Nope.
Thieves
See?
Cant, out of Thieves Cant, out of character. If we just bring Celesto back to Toral, like all of our problems are finished, and then we can go chill out in space, and we get to go to space to go get Celesto. So
we should go. We should get Celesto, and we can get the Ubtalion.
right?
Yeah.
And bring a
And
bunch of
then-
Oompa Loompas back, like
Oompa
squishy,
Loompas.
squishy,
Oompa
squishy
Loompas.
do. We can squish. How about you? I mean, like, yeah. So let's go to space. Let's go
Fireball,
find.
fireball.
Yeah, right. We will fuck you. yeah, yeah. We'll get a bunch of oobs. We'll come back with an oob army.
An
Yeah.
Oob army, an
Celesto.
angel, and a
Yeah.
and a Satan wizard. It's
Oh,
perfect.
yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Very much about
Sounds-
Satan wizard.
Sounds like a great plan. Legit. I mean, it's funny, but it legitimately. I'm
Yes.
all for
Suddenly
going
it
to
does
talk
feel like I'm
with
playing
Celeste.
vampire again, Robbie.
Oh, shut up. You know that's how I play games.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, and we
Raj.
don't have to.
By the way,
we don't
Raj,
have to
you crushed
flex
today.
the plasmoid army, at the very beginning. But
Well, no,
you know,
we just bring buckets. They don't have to know what's in them.
it'll be our Inshubans policy.
Just
Fill
we
the
show up
buckets
a
with
bunch-
napkins.
Just
What
like-
did
we
you
just
say?
show up-
Wait,
We're just going.
we
I
show
missed
up
that.
with a bunch of
what did you
buckets.
call that, Matt?
They're our Inshubans policy.
It's Cuba's
my
policy.
God.
That's
Just
fantastic.
imagine us going through TSA, just like bucket after bucket
Buckets.
on the conveyor
Yeah,
belt.
it's just buckets.
Like, nothing here.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We can't take them on commercial because they're over 3.5 ounces.
Hey, 2 points. Pay no attention to our slime.
Good thing you
Yeah,
have
right.
your own private airship.
Yes.
That's true.
Well,
Good point.
So yeah,
if we go
did-
fast enough, I can just modify memory and make everybody forget that we brought buckets on the
Right.
plane.
right. So
How many
so,
spell slots you got? We're
That's
gonna
a
use
new
them
movie.
all.
Buckets on the plane.
so we're gonna go with we're gonna find our demon daddy. We're gonna bring him back to Earth. We're gonna bring a bunch of buckets of slime. We're gonna rock this shit and make
Hell
everyone
yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Woo. I like it.
To space.
To space. This brings us to space. And all the cool things are in space. So Michael gets to have the space game. We get to go find this crazy demon dude, convince him to come back. We're gonna take a hop, skip, and a jump back
Wait,
to Oob's
But
place.
you mean Celesto?
Yes,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
all the toes.
Okay.
All the jokes.
No, he had one less toe.
Well,
One less.
actually, that's closer, Roger. I got to give that to you. One
I
less
heard that.
toe. One less toe.
I heard that Olestra gave you stomach problems.
I'm a little
Oh,
robot.
Oh, your
Right
stomach
there.
wasn't the problem.
It's
It's a little bit lower.
Yep. So let's go pick up one less toe, and then get a nice dinner with like Oob's parents,
Yeah.
No.
because they gotta be like king and queen. Oh, Oob's, is your mom and dad king and queens?
Yes.
Oh, believe shoes.
That was so convincing.
I
Yep,
believe you.
100%.
Arthur would like to use his passive perception to clarify.
Okay, your passive perception remembers that the Oob, the collective Oob, have a parental structure that is different than ours because they are spawned.
They're
So
collective.
yes, technically they are all
They're- mom and dad are king and queen.
mom and dad are all
Yeah.
always king and queen.
Yep.
As is Oob themselves.
Everyone technically is also
Prince and princess.
prince and princess. Cousins and sisters? No, they're not.
Your
They're not
Highness.
gendered. They're. I think
Your Highness.
in a way you are your own grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
or grandma, or grand it. So like you're all. They're spawned.
God,
So you
it
figure
is
it out.
2023.
I can't
Their
do the
grand
org
day.
chart on the Oob.
Their grand day.
It's all
okay?
just. It's like one big flat org chart horizontally.
Perfect.
You
True.
racist.
Love that. Everybody's empowered.
Yes.
Everyone's empowered and also not empowered.
We will go to the grand day.
The grand day.
Yes, we will go to the grand day. We will bring it.
I'm
We will
writing that
bring the
down.
grand. Yes, we will
What
bring
this
the
means
grand
is we have
It's
wizard.
the great old one.
Follow the dude. We're following the yellow brick
That
road.
was it.
We're doing this.
What this means is that we have to pitch our case to every fucking slime that we see
Yes.
individually.
Of
Yes.
course.
Or
We're gonna get
or do
We're
you
a
have
hive
to?
mind.
How does it work on Oob's homeworld? How do they communicate?
Hive mind.
Oh, sick. Never mind. We just gotta do it once.
I was hoping for dance off.
But only
You
when
just gotta
On-
dump Oob out of the bucket.
on
yeah,
the
just
world.
like
All
drop her
know
on the
everything.
planet. Yeah.
Yeah, on the planet. We got to be on the planet.
Oh man, I just realized I'm the scarecrow.
The scarecrow. If I only had a brain.
That sucks so much. We have literally the Tin Man. Like Roger, you're
Paris.
obviously the lion, and then we have Dorothy with Emily because she's going back home.
Wait,
Yeah.
you could be Toto.
I
Oh,
wanna be
yes.
I feel as though I'm Toto.
Toto. Yes. You're,
Yeah, the cute puppy. That
So,
makes
yes,
everyone feel charmed.
good
With
Alright.
horns.
so God, we want to follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
We're gonna use our spaceship. We're gonna go to space.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing we got to figure out, guys, are we going for too many toes, or are we gonna go like find an army first? I think we find too many toes first, and then we go find the army.
Yeah,
we
'cause
knew-
we
Oh, no,
can
hold on,
get him
hold
We
on.
know
first.
we know where
Hold on.
Too Many Toes is, right? Because he's by that
Yes.
dead
We-
space
well,
giant.
We can also ask the angel, but wait a second. I had a thought. If we get the army first, Too Many Toes is more likely to come with us.
Well, yeah, Too Many Toes was very concerned with hiding his location
Yes.
under the nasty rotting celestial giant thing.
So if we bring an
Rotting
army
hand.
of oobs, if we
Yeah.
bring an
which
army of
has
oobs,
two effects. Makes no one want to come physically near you, but also it masks you from any kind of
Scrying.
scrying or tracking.
Nice.
because it
Which-
used to be a god.
yes,
Joke's on him. I can't smell.
yeah. But I really do think like we'll have an easier time convincing.
Oh, you can. You just can't tell.
That's true. The stink is within you.
Rolling
Uh,
through the sewers back there.
No. You can smell them. I
Yeah.
don't have a nose.
That's burnt mortar oil. So, but I think that we'll have a better time convincing Too Many Toes to come back to Twirl if we have like 1,000 buckets.
Yeah. I agree.
Don't we have to go somewhere to get the buckets first?
Well, no. Well, I think that they come with them.
Yeah,
It's
You
kind
know,
of
the
like
Home
a,
Depot.
it's definitely it's like an add-on.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Yeah.
pay 50 cents extra.
yeah, and you get a bucket.
Our own mode of
Oh, we've got plenty of money.
transportation.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can
so
handle that.
first to Oobs, and I think then to Too Many Toes.
Yeah.
I mean, probably rich for how irresponsible I am.
Although Matt, I got to give it to you, man. One less toe. I think that's closer. One less toe.
No, that was
Not too
Roger.
many toe. Roger, I think it's one less toe. That's really close.
No, I did the oob puns.
Fair enough. So, are we in agreement? Are we going to go get some buckets first, and then to one less toe?
To the
Yes.
Home Depot.
Home Depot!
Buckets, buckets,
Ah.
buckets, buckets.
Yeah, right. I hate you all.
So excited to go to space.
Right. That's how we should do it.
Yeah.
And that really does back up Temple Daddy. Like,
Yeah, it
because
does.
I mean, like, because it will solve all the problems. Like, Celestial shows up, like, it solves all of it.
Yeah. Well, and then it like Temple Daddy can also get his feet under him and find out who the contenders for this position are. And like, so that way, if our plan doesn't work, then Temple Daddy can give us like an informed opinion on who we need to
What's
take out.
happened, right? Yeah. Bad things have to happen. We've already fixed all the bad things.
Yeah.
So,
Have you?
well, Temple
Don't
Daddy's
say
also.
all. Don't-
That's true, but Temple Daddy's also a badass.
We've
We still
we
need-
fixed the bad things that we know of.
That's true.
We still need to give the bastard bishop the Barthaselic treatment.
God, we do talk thieves can't.
Yeah.
Because I understood that statement.
None of our viewers did.
No.
No.
You'd have to listen from episode 1. So we're gonna get some buckets. And then we're gonna bring person that has all but one toe back to Earth to support Temple Daddy.
Yes.
Hey, Temple Daddy, do you guys have like a bunch of scrap metal? Because I just realized I can make buckets.
You can make buckets.
Yeah, it's just welding.
Oh.
It's such a terrifying, like, you just show up and you have like
It was
5
like,
buckets.
wait, you could have been
I
making
do.
me more buckets this whole time.
Yeah. I
Why
need
don't you
some
have a
power
bucket
ups.
condo?
Hold on. I am
While we're-
working on Oob's bucket helmet. I am
Oh,
working on it.
true.
Like, I just
Gotta
haven't
hold
had.
out for that best
Well,
friend bucket.
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I have
I
to
mean-
say, for an artificer, I haven't been making very much lately. So-
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna come to you when we have some downtime on the ship. Let's make that happen.
Okay.
While we're talking about our plan, Arthur's just like roaming around the property and goes up to a tree and breaks a branch off and like brings it back and says, "This will hold a lot of buckets, right?"
Yeah.
Like across the
Whoa.
shoulder.
Yeah.
You know what, Arthur, you're doing it.
Yes.
You're doing
That's
it.
great. That's amazing, actually. So, like, every time that we walk, we bring like 10 Oobs.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
and if we all shrink really little, it's just like buckets of marbles.
So
Oh
then
my
you have
god, we could have
hundreds of
all the
Oobs.
Oobs.
yeah.
We just
So
kind of like
I'll-
scatter them across the floor and then they all expand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unleash.
In
Unleash
unison,
hell.
we're here to fuck you up.
Yeah.
You know, not
That would be so funny.
apropos
Really?
of nothing. I watched
Drop.
Flubber last night.
Release hell.
Yeah, so I'll have a stick across my shoulder with buckets of boobs and then also have them on my horns
Yes.
and
To
roam into
space we
battle.
go.
Yeah.
God, Michael, God.
I'm loading some maps. Keep talking.
Sure. Oh,
Okay.
great. We'll
Oh,
fuck
we're
about.
great at bullshitting.
Yeah,
we're
we'll
good.
fuck about.
Do you guys remember that scene from The Incredibles where he's like running down the hallway?
Hey guys, you know, we don't even have to tell anyone we have the army of oobs. We could just smuggle them in if
Yeah.
they're marble
Just in
size.
buckets.
I
It's
promise
just
this
in
is going
buckets.
somewhere.
Could you imagine how many marbles you fit in one trash can? Like,
Hey, I-
like,
A
the
5-gallon
army
bucket?
of boobs is so 5-gallon bucket, right?
I am dying to see how this relates to Incredibles.
Yes. Okay. So listen, the scene where Bob Parr, Mr. Incredible, is running down the hallway, and he's in like the little lava room, and the guns come out, and they shoot these like gray blobs, and they just grow and like suffocate him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what all the plasmoids are gonna do.
So you're going to stick the world.
Yeah,
You're going to be
you
the
just, like,
world's largest.
Throw a bunch of
Post-it
the
note?
marbles. They all pop out and just suffocate everybody.
Yeah.
I do
Actually,
have a
this
bag
is-
of holding.
Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, do you have to breathe?
No.
They don't.
Oops,
Not
don't
for
have
an
to breathe?
hour.
Oh shit, they got an hour.
We can just stick them in the bag of holding. We don't even need a bucket.
Just turn
Fuck.
it upside down.
I wanted to go to Fantasy
all
Home
co-
Depot.
They're Home Depot fantasy. So that'd be like, Shire Stop.
No, Depot.
Shire
I
shop.
was thinking Hobble Depot.
I like it. I like it.
my
We'll
gosh.
workshop it. Ah?
Yeah.
Ah? We are idiots and we're saving the world.
I thought you were saying, we
There
are
was
idiots.
a
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
there was a hardware store when I was a kid, and they sold the 5-gallon buckets, but they called them Homer buckets.
Homer buckets.
Homer
beautiful-
buckets, because that was their mascot, was Homer. It's like Homer
Aw.
Hammer or
Simpson?
something like that.
Oh,
All
I
right,
just thought
so-
Simpsons.
So beautiful wife came to visit. I'd like us to
No.
explain to
Hey.
her. Please, somebody explain to her our plan of saving something other than myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Just put
So
on headphones, hold it up, because we really do have a plan that is so stupid.
yes.
Go ahead, she can hear.
We're gonna
All-
go get one less toe and get the blob army and then go back to Analoria and then fuck some shit up.
Yep, that's thieves' cant to find Celesto. Put all the oobs in the world, make them the size of marbles, put them into buckets,
That's smart.
right? And then dump our oob army.
We're going to
I mean, God, how are you gonna fight
Yeah.
like 1 5-gallon bucket? How many marbles can you put into a 5-gallon bucket?
This
it's
isn't.
it's a coup d'etat.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Coup d'etat.
Thousands.
It's not a challenge or anything, Michael, but I feel like we've won D&D currently.
Yes, we won.
It'd be so funny for there to be like a delayed reaction. So you dump all the marbles, and then they're like, "You thought marbles were gonna take us down," and then they all explode.
Yeah, right. Like
Into an oob storm.
full-fledged oobs with all of your abilities. You know what I mean? Like that's how you kill Tarrasque.
So,
Buckets of oobs.
Get the boobs.
so Ublek, are your people all magic, or are they like a particular?
Oh, we're only
Like-
gonna take the best. Whoever can fit in the bucket.
Well, I was gonna ask, are they all warlocks, basically?
No, but they're all pretty like talented anyway.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
I mean, if
I'm
you got
unique.
if you got a bucket of oobs, even the asshole like is going to at least be like, I'm a plasmoid, you know? Like,
Yeah, we can all like yield weapons and stuff.
right?
But
It's gonna
I
work.
just choose magic.
We're gonna win.
I think so.
I mean, I feel bad for God because I don't know how I would fight against that. Like, if
Okay.
you get a
Yeah.
whole,
God.
if you have a whole world of oobs,
I feel bad for our enemies.
yeah, no, I never feel bad for our enemies.
I felt a little
Lots
bit
of
bad for
boxes of salt.
Parthasalic.
Yeah, salt.
Lots
the
of boxes of salt.
The oversalted ones? No.
Would a plasmoid work like a slug? If you dump salt on it, it just sort of dries them up.
no,
Yeah,
not
we
like
get
that.
a little bit like dense and sweaty.
You
Oh,
So
switch.
guys, so for a 5
So many
gallon
jokes to
bucket,
make.
we're looking at about let's see.
I mean,
about
Matt, you're
About-
actually doing the math, aren't you?
No, I googled it. It's about 20,000.
Oh, okay.
It's about 20,000.
This is why we have a Rockham.
It's
So-
20,000 marbles.
Yeah, right. So a bucket full of oobs, is that the same equivalence as the peasant cannon?
The what?
Well, if you're a big enough D&D nerd. you
Oh,
know
the
what I'm talking about.
peasant railgun.
Yeah, the peasant railgun. Like, so
Where
is it a bucket full of oobs? Is that the equivalent of a peasant railgun?
I'm pretty sure that we would just like explode the building just from the amount of expanding matter inside of it.
So, I mean, what we are really doing is we're giving Oobs a second planet to rule.
Well, also we're
Yes.
kind of honestly, if we actually did this and we dumped 20,000 oobs into a small room and they all
That's one
expanded,
bucket.
a not insignificant portion of them would just die.
Well, they
So
got the
that's
choice
not
to
a
have
great
their
idea.
size.
That's not a great plan.
No, we
To
would do it
accidentally genocide
outside.
the oobs.
Yeah, we do it outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all
Yeah.
have two buckets.
No,
we take
we
the
made
entire
made a
world.
marble, but
Yeah, we do it outside and then we storm the Capitol.
Yes, we do it outside.
No,
We
you
both have
dump them
two
all in
buckets.
one room, and it doesn't. They just all merge and they become like
Oob.
kaiju oob.
Fan art, please.
yeah, that's so funny.
It's just like one big blob with like 7 faces.
Wait, did he say? So did he say kaiju?
Kaiju.
Uh huh.
Kaiju.
Hi,
Nice.
Oh my
Kaibu.
gosh. That's so
Kaibu.
good.
Coob. It's Coob.
Cool.
King Coob.
Goob.
We won D&D, guys. It's really nice talking to you all.
All right.
We can have like our best soldiers go inside and then everyone else can go outside.
So- How are you? So, let me ask a question. Last time you went to you were looking at the Astral River, where you met Azravit the Planer, the angel being that you described as an angel being,
yes.
who basically saw Oob and decided Oob can go through the river with no damage. But the rest of
Right.
you, like Rockham put one toe in the river and was in extreme pain. So like, how are you going to get to Ukashu, which is the world?
Can I absorb them?
Well, given that it's a,
Wait,
given that it's in the-
Wait, what?
This is going to get really intimate really quick, and I'm not a fan.
remember what your plasmoid did in the other campaign, Michael?
Yes.
So like that, but for all of us, and not weird.
Oh, it definitely would be weird.
Oh,
You know.
No, not
It's
weird
like
like
a little
this.
cuddle.
so
Like we're going to be stuck
how
in a
big
gelatinous
can a
cube.
plasmoid
That's
get?
Oob.
I know you can get real small, but can you grow?
I know I can grow. I don't know how big though.
Oh, buddy.
So,
Your boy's got enlarge reduce also now.
the more realistic.
Oh,
See, that's what I was thinking. Is if oob sort of flattened out, then the surface area could expand,
So,
like a
Actually-
giant oob blanket
hold on.
or balloon.
Plasmoids,
I also have
despite
enlarge reduce.
hold on, plasmoids, despite their translucency and their organic matter, they can form their bodies up to 7 feet tall. And they weigh 200 to 300 pounds. So so they have mass. So if you did enlarge, that would be 600 pounds, that size. And you can,
That's a freaking Chungus oob right there.
What if what if I flattened out as like a little boat, and then you guys just sit on top of me, and then we
No.
go through the river?
I feel like theoretically we could literally encase the boat in oob
Yeah.
because
Make a giant oob balloon.
well,
Oh, blue.
the other way to think of it is you could take the direct route, which goes through a couple waypoints, if you will, in space. It's a longer route, but it doesn't involve the river. You can either go back to the Astral River and see if you can go through that way and leave your ship, or you can, because remember the river just went kind of like it's almost like a wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
The Astral River is a way you can see through and travel through the river to planets, but it's very dangerous to some beings. Basically, it's dangerous, very dangerous to metal.
Oh. Well,
So
what if we did like throwing it back to the Incredibles?
so my idea, there's two. I could just fly us there. In the astral plane. It might take longer, but we can go like a light year an hour or something stupid. Spelljammer rules are insane.
Yeah.
Or
Go through the river.
I was about to say, or if both Arthur and Rockham cast enlarge on Oob, she becomes a huge creature and can encase the ship.
Yeah.
And then we sail on our sailboat down the Astral River.
Yes.
That's pretty legit, to be
You actually go
honest.
through it in this model.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what, 7 feet tall times 8? Or 7 feet doubled in all dimensions and then doubled again?
Yes. Exponentially
28 foot.
squared. Cute.
Actually, no, that's probably not big enough to encase the ship then. Okay.
You could
I
just
think-
do like, what if I did this? I go like a book, and then the ship goes behind me, and I'm pushing all of the like water aside, and then the
Guys,
boat
I
just
think
goes
we
in the wake.
I think we just fly there though.
Hmm.
We can jam our spells.
I don't know. I was excited to like eat you guys.
If you go through basically
Oh. Enlarge reduce lasts 1 minute.
That's
Oh.
okay. I got spell slots to burn. Don't you worry.
Oh my gosh.
I have fewer.
We can just fly there if that's, more feasible.
Yeah, I think that's probably the call.
The less nonsensical thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I like nonsensical.
I do too, but
But some of us have to be the intelligence casters.
that ain't me. I'm not magical.
yeah, you can.
That's
I'm looking
me.
through this like
I'm
basically.
charisma.
I'm fucking
Yeah,
around
you
and
could
finding out.
go through the astral plane, through wild space. You basically just go through wild space to the planetary system that has Oob's planet.
Yeah.
Ukashu.
Oopashoo.
Let's do it. And then we can head up the river and pick up our angel on the way to pick up one less toe.
Yeah.
So
Down with the toes.
So you're going to stop at the Astral River to talk to Azravit?
Yeah, on our way back after we get the Oobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Astral Planes. So let me explain what you see as you're attuned and you exit. Takes a long time to kind of float up through the atmosphere. And as you do, you start seeing the kingdom itself. The entire map of Alenoria, with the mountains, the cities getting smaller and smaller. As you go through some really puffy, and looks like sort of stormy cumulonimbus clouds, it becomes dark and you see some lightning strikes, and all of a sudden that kind of fades. And you all see this from the deck. As you look down and you look up, suddenly you see stars, and what you see is some larger, very bright stars. With your point of view, Rockham, you actually see this in terms of a network of waypoints. So there's different realm spaces, different worlds and planetary systems, but those are within galaxies. And from galaxy to galaxy, there's nothing. What you know is wild space. And you suddenly feel, as you leave atmosphere and transfer, the acceleration is palpable to you. No one else feels anything of the acceleration. But you go from a few hundred feet per minute to 5,000, to 10,000,
Ooh.
to 100,000. And as you go out of the atmosphere and out of that waypoint system, you, Rockham, I want you to roll either perception or an insight, whichever is higher for you. And I'm comfortable with either.
I can
Then-
guarantee it's not insight.
Can Arthur see Rockham's like face getting stressed? by
No,
our speed?
because he doesn't have a face.
My little eyes are kind of getting pushed into my brain a little bit.
Are those the googly eyes or
You're not
No,
in pain, but you feel the acceleration.
Oh shit! All right, never mind.
I'm just gonna goose my roll a little bit because I can.
22 is ample. So what
Okay.
you see in this network, now you understand the meaning of all those realms rotating on the ship. I'll go back to I think people have seen it. You have a rotating map where you can actually move, and what you guys see from the deck, because there is windows up into the navigation, you see those planets moving and rearranging until there's a line from where your world is to some other planetary system and nothing in between.
Oh.
You guys are in basically a big void. You see stars all around you, to the left, right, up, down, 360, but none
Spectacle stuff.
near you. It is
Well.
blackness and acceleration. And one being that is not having a good time with this, I'm going to go to the Happy Cyclops.
Oh no, it's our air elemental.
Yeah, not
Aw.
enjoying this at all, has
No.
gone down into his into the steerage.
Oh. Okay.
He does not like being out with no air.
Oh, that makes
That
sense.
There is air for you. There's atmosphere around the ship.
Yeah.
There's an atmospheric bubble that is projected out just on the deck, not all the way around. Like you couldn't go under the ship. Like you can be on the deck and viewing this. And as you go faster, you see a little bit of a kind of a trail blur on some of the stars as you're passing them. Just little blurs. And you realize those aren't stars, but are closer. Like you can sort of make out that star that you thought before. When you
Yeah.
look, some of the time it's moving and you see things moving around that little star. It might, you're
It's a
You're
treasure
passing-
planet shit.
passing other realms.
Oh.
Like
Ooh.
think about what your world that you just left. You only know the kingdom of Alrazia, right? Everything
Yeah.
that you knew of the world. That is but one part of a planet, one part of a system, one part of a group of systems, one part of a galaxy. So you're passing through this, and you are. Rockham says you're about 35 minutes from your target.
Can I drive or can I drive?
I mean,
Is-
I feel big and smalls all at the same times.
We're
We
traveling
are
at ludicrous
moving.
speed.
Yeah, we are moving right now.
Right.
Plaid.
We've gone to Plaid. I was about to say.
God, that was a good.
One of the best.
Can you imagine our merch?
We need oob t-shirts.
Yeah.
Get full of boobs.
Rockham shirt that says just a little guy.
It's just a
Just a
bucket.
little guy.
It's just a
Two,
bucket.
yeah, right. 2 turtle doves and a bucket full of boobs.
It's like the t-shirt with the pocket and it's a cat head, and then you pull the pocket down and the cat's flipping you off.
Right.
Ours would be an oob sticking up, and then you pull it down and there's a bucket.
All right. So,
As you're
shit,
traveling,
shit.
is there anything you guys are? You have some sending stones, but are you doing anything, or are you
Well,
just going to wait
yeah.
till you get to the planet?
Well,
Well,
I'll talk to Oobs for a second.
What was our total travel time? It was only like half an hour.
Yeah, between half an hour and an hour, it's a short time.
So, Oobs.
Yes.
Well, I've noticed that like we're not like flying like we used to, and it's a little bit more gusty than normal. And you got like all friendships, with like the gusty person in the crew. Well, you should go have a conversations with them. Or you know what I know about them. Only thing I know, they like fish.
Yeah, I should go talk to him. He seemed a little glum.
Right. And like they're quite useful. I mean, they keep us in the air.
Yeah.
So maybe like a conversations.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. I'll go talk to him.
Over the ship's PA that I'm saying we have. You hear? This is your Rockham speaking. We are about 15 minutes from our destination of the Oob planet.
It's a balmy 97.
It's a balmy 42 degrees out in deep space, and it smells faintly of oranges. Burning oranges.
Fantastic.
I guess, yeah, I'll go check on our air elemental friend, Aaron, and just, make sure that he's not like dying. Like literally dying.
I mean, you can use telepathy. So you're leaning
Oh,
over the.
true.
Remember, there's that cap
Yeah.
that you could pass through, and he could pass through. When you opened it, he could come out.
Yeah.
So it's actually open. There's no acid cap anymore keeping him
good.
in.
Okay. So I'll lean over then and just send out a little hey, are you doing okay?
Go into his room and no air is playing.
The air is wrong. I look up and do not see where I fly. So I think I will stay here until we have Guy.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I-
as long as it's not hurting you.
Whoop! I'm
Uh-oh.
okay.
Okay.
Ask him if he wants fish.
Do you want any fish?
I do not understand why they keep throwing fish at me.
Okay. I'll put him down gently.
Yes. I get my energy from the sky. I don't
Ah.
need to eat, but I make them happy by destroying the fish into the tiny pieces.
That's great. You're really a good pal.
Why do people like fish so much?
I don't know.
As he's saying that, I come up with a bucket of fish, just put it next to
He's-
you.
He's feeling a little air sick.
Air
Space
sick.
Ah,
Ah,
ah, ah.
that was good.
So no fish
Hey.
today.
I wonder if I can make him feel a little bit better if I cast air bubble on him.
Ooh, you have such a thing?
I do.
Oh,
I can do it when we land.
I can make him bigger or smaller if that helps.
Small air bubble.
a small air bubble.
I can make it bigger or smaller if that helps.
Right? No, so you be a small gust, you be a breeze.
Perfect.
A breeze.
No, I was actually looking up the air bubble spell because I knew I had access to it to see if I could make it bigger or smaller to accommodate multiple oobs.
Oh.
But-
yes.
But it's per creature and not per bubble.
Aw.
Oh. Okay. I don't know if do oobs need to breathe?
Not for an hour.
Yeah.
So as long as you drive like a hellion, Rockham will be all right. Sounds
Yeah.
Well,
like.
we don't have to put them in the bag of holding in space.
Oh,
They can just be on the ship.
no, never mind.
Gonna be incredible. This
Just drag them behind the ship like beers in a river.
I'm so excited.
Oops
So
planet.
as
The planet of Napion.
you actually
Yeah.
Napion.
in normal rocket based space travel, you would have to turn around and accelerate to decelerate. But that's not how it works here. You can actually control the speed and you slow yourself down so that you are at a crawl by the time you reach the planetary system. There is a greenish yellow sun. It's interesting. It's not the bright yellow that you're used to at home. It has like almost like a neon green corona with a yellow interior. And the first planet is basically a rock. The second one is lush and green, and it has it looks like big dots all over the planet, and you are able to look around, and Oob, you know now that you're closer where the center is and where most of your immediate spawn line would be.
Yes.
So as you get closer, these dots end up being what look like weird, huge, round green plants
Oh.
with tendrils, a little similar to what you saw that made you so comfortable. Oob,
Yes.
Through that
Well, they-
one.
They shocked the fuck out
Portal?
of me. They
And
did not like me at all.
as you get closer, some of these green things are bigger, and then you see some smaller green things that are moving in between these different plants. And we land on Ukashu. The
Planet Polka.
you land close. You exit the Happy Cyclops landing on the planet, and the six of
Yes.
you exit. These are all Oob to you.
Yeah.
This
I see
is
myself on a black screen.
Oh, you do?
No, I see us.
Yeah.
I
can
see you.
us.
I see us, but it is a gray and
Grayscale.
grayscale.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like black and white.
I just see myself. Oh, I don't have dark vision, and they have
Oh.
dark.
Okay, so
there is
Look
no
at-
sun here.
I'm sorry. Look at the stream if you want to see the color. Like, look at the stream view, because
anything.
it's sorry. For those, we had an issue with vision being unable to correct vision, so everyone else can see, but gray. But if you want to see the colors that Oob sees and everyone else sees, look at the streaming view. So
There's a lot. Oobs. All right. These are like sisters and brothers.
there's a lot of Oob,
Yeah.
lot of
So
Oobs. I just couldn't change all the names, but they're all different names. But Oob knows everyone's name,
No
everyone's
shits.
Oh, that's
age.
a lot of power, Mandy.
There's a lot of information that Oob is used to hearing and communicating, and that's why the telepathy is such a part of the plasmoid.
Yeah.
Because telepathy is how you kind of focus on one or the other, or hear the collective what's going on.
Yes.
So you land, and your idea is to recruit. So, Ublek, there a bunch of people stop the bunch of playing, and they look at you, and some tendrils come up, and you do little like, "Whee!" Yeah, like a little greeting.
So funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. So with Hive Mind, now that I'm back on the planet.
It's a little overwhelming at first because it's been quiet,
Yes.
but now you've tuned in.
Yes. And I just want to send out like a, at least in the general vicinity, like, hey guys, I'm home.
And then you hear like, hi, hi.
Amazing. One more
Everyone
time,
else
please.
doesn't hear a
So
thing,
good.
but she hears everyone saying hello, echoing around.
What I hope happened is I saw Oob do this, and then everyone else on the planet do this.
Everyone who responds did the wiggle. Did the wiggle.
The wiggle.
They're all flailing, armless, inflatable tube
Yes.
oobs.
Arthur uses his passive perception to see what's happening, and also puts his arms up. It's like
You gotta do like
unsure.
he's like one of these guys.
It's like
And he waves them a little bit, and all the other guys go, "Oh, he speaks Oob."
Oh, Oob.
And they try, and in your head, you hear like just the tiniest echo of like, speaks Oob, 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 Oob.
Oh,
He
Oob.
doesn't, but he
Oh,
tries.
but he said the wave.
Arthur
Yeah.
waves harder.
He doesn't hear you.
And
Rock
a
'em,
few of the other Oobs come up, and they're like, they start looking at you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're investigating.
Oh, Colin.
Arthur
Well,
reaches
then-
a finger out.
I don't think
like
you're supposed to stick your finger in them.
as a tendril. Like what's the painting with
Like a-
like well, ET works too. That's not what I was thinking of, but that'll work.
They come up and they
You're
start
thinking
looking
of
at you,
God and man.
and then they say, "Your friend's weird looking."
Yeah, they come from a different
They don't even
almost.
they don't even stretch, and they reach out and they touch like Rockham's armor. It doesn't even move,
I know.
Yes.
It's kind of like limiting.
and they
Yeah.
touch the metal tips of Arthur's horns, like ooh. But this is different than this. This is different than ooh.
After
And they
touch
come
him,
up and
Rockham's-
investigate
Oh.
Gust, and they look. They're all
I'm
looking
like,
up.
Go. Is one of these your sisters?
Yeah.
Is I know that you're like non-conformist, but like, is there like more female version?
Gus
Oh.
is like the end of was a Close Encounter of the Third Kind, the
Oh,
extended
no,
one,
no.
where he walks up onto the platform and all the little gray boys come out and start like groping.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
we
no.
have-
Just let it happen. Oh, you're not gonna ruin this for me.
We have all genders here, but
I-
we're all asexual.
I embrace all of you, and my offices are open.
What an invitation that is.
And
I
so-
can't believe I just said that.
Oh my God.
You recognize the ones that are sitting here.
I
Up
can't
on
wait to
the-
tell
up
Sean
on
you
this-
said that.
This primary tuft as the
That's what they were looking
they
for.
collectively Hive Mind does select two people that are good at certain things to be they call them the king and queen, although they are not gendered. They just use those terms so that other species understand some
Sure,
structure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but to them,
Understood.
they're just other oob that are special oob that have.
Special oob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, those two ask you, so you have not been home in a long time. What brings you back to the world?
Yes. Well, number one, I missed you guys.
Yes. We always knew you as you left. We can't talk, but we feel.
Yes. So, number one, I missed you. Happy to be back. Number two, we got into some trouble on this other planet. Then we solved that trouble. And then now we're anticipating some more trouble. So we're really trying to, like, kind of get some allies on board to make sure that when we go help solve the problem, we have some safety in numbers. And
So,
there's nothing stronger
is
than
this-
some oobs.
What is the nature of the trouble? Because, we have a non-hostility belief.
It's more political than anything, And
Oh,
also,
we don't do political.
we're just defending the little guys, I mean,
Little guys.
yeah, there's lots of people that get hurt because of corrupt governments. We're trying to help that.
This is true. We have witnessed this over the millennia.
Yeah. So we don't know the exact nature of the problem yet, but when it does come up, we, maybe just like to have some backup.
So can we share bond to share mind?
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sharing a bond right now.
Yeah. So Arthur tries to catch Oob's eye a little bit and says, "Get a move," and gives Oob bardic inspiration.
Aw, thank you.
Awesome.
It's a D10 now if you have to roll.
Nice.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm already consulting with 100 of your sisters currently.
Consulting or
He
consorting?
thinks they're sisters.
I asked specifically, thank you.
They're asexual.
That's
I was
true.
I was looking for a lean.
We are asexual, but
There's
I
a
guess-
lean.
does that
Fully.
matter for Gust?
No, it doesn't.
So Ublek,
yes.
you, Mindy, they are asking you they all kind of gather around these purple stalks and everyone's touching one. And they're asking you to go to do what they call the touch. So this one way up here. I'm moving you up there.
Yes.
Again, if you can't see color, you can see the stream to see what's happening. But I'll describe it. They come up and the pseudopods join, and everyone who's touching all of the other oob spread, and they touch one of these purple stalks, and only the three of them are on the tuft near the flower. And when they
Okay.
sit upon the flower and they touch, all of the information that you have experienced is shared
Yes.
with the entire hive, and they start feeling the journey till now, the first assignment, the attempted killing in the winter in the snow, meeting Bishop Agnon and bringing those people to justice, your travels around the kingdom, the people you've met, the revolution you started, the pirate you bested, but more important, what you've discovered about the power structure on the Temple of Kutho, and that Celesto is alive, and that the entire basis of the doctrine or the history, the official history of the planet, you know a lot of that to be a lie. And now there's a power vacuum that is unknown, and they finally get caught up with all of those things that have happened in your entire journey. And it says, if you need Oob to help you, Oob, we can ask those that would help what they heard to go. And you hear about 20 Oob volunteer to help when you are ready to. They can come with you, but they ask you, like, you don't know what's going to happen at this trial. None of you are hearing this, by the way. This is all telepathy and direct contact. So I'm assuming that you're going to tell them after, but you have to convey it in your way.
Yeah. Yes.
So after this entire sharing, they understand that if this world falls to complete corruption, then it wouldn't stay on this world.
Mhm.
You have only intervened in a couple things in the histories. One was an incident in a place that you only know as Freyrun,
Mhm.
where there was this is millennia ago, where there was a corruption that was spreading across the land, and you intervened with the help of some strange people, none of whom were in your party, but there were some elves and goblins and dwarves that you helped stop this corruption
You know,
on
it's
this
so weird.
other world.
Our party's so odd. We don't have any elves. We don't have any golems. We don't have any dwarves.
That's so true.
That's
I'm an elf.
that's how strange we are. Oh, you are. Well, you're a
Yeah.
dark elf.
Shadar-kai.
Shadowkai,
Mhm.
yeah.
Still an elf.
So you're an
Yeah.
emo elf.
He's a Shadowfell elf.
I'm an
A
emo
Shadowfell
elf.
Still counts. Still counts.
I've never heard it called an emo elf.
What else? What else would you call it?
That's what I've been calling it for a while.
Yeah, evil elf.
Emo.
Amazing.
So
I'm loving this, by the way.
So they're asking you, if you want help now, but we don't know, what are you helping with? What is your plan? They ask you. Oob.
We are
Gonna win.
we want to restore some element of peace on this planet so that magic creatures stop getting murdered and people stop having their families kidnapped and murdered. So really we're just trying to restore peace. That's like big picture. But the way that we do that is by making sure that corrupt people don't get into, positions of power.
So you have 20 volunteers.
Yay.
It's a pretty good turnout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
And from the hive mind that you have a combination of people that have experience in physical fighting,
Mhm.
like monks.
Yes.
Everyone has training in Oob. You trained with your deity, the Oo,
Yeah.
which is just capital O, lowercase o. That's the deity that you're
Ooh.
using, right? So
Yes.
So the Oob all have different trainings and different choices that they make, and each one of these large, on the left here, you see the large pod. Those are
Yes.
training pods. So people go in when they are spawn and they absorb training till they're ready to either help defend or go on missions and explore. Because one thing the Oob like is to explore. And
Yes.
you realize, so we are going to have a journey. This will be interesting. So over on the right, this, I didn't animate this because I didn't have time. But this over on the right, this pod,
Uh-huh.
several Oob go into it and they go through the skin.
Hmm.
And the pod lifts up out of the ground and
Ooh.
flies up slowly until you can't see it, and then gone out of the atmosphere. There are no clouds in this. There are no clouds on this planet.
Yes.
It is completely clear sky. So, like, remember, Oob, you were looking at clouds. Like, what are those?
Yeah.
At the very beginning. So one of the ships takes off, and some of those guys are going off. Yes, we are going to another realm to find out if they have Oob that we had sent before, what happened to them. So they are going to see what happened to Oob.
Okay. That's good.
And the other 20 are like, you hear, where do we go? Where do we go? Where did he go?
To the ship.
And they all raise their one hand and they kind of follow you like this. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Yes.
Ship.
Ship.
So they so they are not being shy, go onto the ramp up to the ship that you've lowered. You've lowered the ramp so you could,
You can disembark.
and they wander up and they start wandering on their ship. They come up to see you rock them. They look at they're looking at everything. And they look at the back. They peer over and like, woo! And all of them start talking to Arion. Hi, who are you? What are you? Wait, you are not Oob. I am Oob. And the second one peeks over, and the third one peeks over, and the fourth one peeks over. Like, did you duplicate?
No.
Did you?
He knows the word duplicate.
Yeah,
We'll do-
use the word
We'll do
duplicate.
some roll
That,
call.
that's a smart
Duplicate.
gust of winds. Duplicate. Big
Goob,
word.
floob, coob, noob, move,
Oh, poor noob. Poor
Noob.
noob.
snoob,
Noob just staring up at the sky.
Whoa. Jube, tube,
I want to hang out with noob.
So,
tube.
He's just starting out. Be gentle.
I know.
okay, Mandy, you have an assignment. I want you to name the 20 Oobs, and I want you to send it to me by Wednesday so I can have it for next week because they're all going to be named.
Okay.
Whatever you name the Oob. It doesn't
no.
have to.
One
Just
of them
whatever
is
you name
noob.
them, that's what they're going to be named.
One of
And-
them's noob.
And Scott.
So email me those.
Scott.
That's
There's
your
one named
assignment.
Scott.
I'll try to make it not confusing.
You can. I don't care. Just name 20. Name 20 oob.
Oh
So-
my gosh.
So they all come on the ship, and they all kind of go down into the food area, and they're looking around, and they're like, "What do you have?" And the by the way, I also am going to provide you your crew because we're going to start using the multi layers of the ship because you have a huge
Yeah.
dining area where 20 oob are hungry. So
True.
they're
Napkins
like-
for all, man.
yeah, we have lots of fish, of course, and we have and now
Well, that's obviously
oob
full
like
of
fish,
air.
but the Aaron's like no fish.
That's
but
great.
but you can basically absorb any food substance, but you like each of them like certain things.
Yes.
So one's like,
Oh.
"Do you have that meat stuff?" Another one's like,
Oh,
"I
yeah.
want carrots." So each of them
Fucking
just like wants
army
the
of
one
oobs.
thing. So the chef is like writing all this stuff down. Is like, well, we do have carrots. We have some meat, but not a lot. We have to stop and get supplies. Because you don't have. There's no meat on this planet. You are basically
Yeah.
you are vegetarians by where you grew up,
Yes.
right? It's these
Yeah.
plants are hugely nutritious, and they have a lot of them have a consistency like of a sponge or a napkin, which is
Yeah.
hence the napkin absorbing the food. And
Yes.
sponges are like super, like makes your.
Yeah. Our palates expand based on, travels. So-
Exactly.
Wh-
Like you
Oh.
didn't travel to a place that had meat until recently.
Oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
gonna find you a loofah.
So I think
It's
so,
going to be amazing.
Yes.
so Mark or Michael, I figure that this is going to be from Rockham's perspective, since most of what just happened until they got on the ship was silent.
Well,
that-
Mandy, are you explaining everything that happened? Because all these guys saw is 20 Oob going
Yeah.
and marching onto the ship.
and Rockham just turns to Gus and I'm like, I guess we win.
No, I mean, like, but all the ladies left to me, so I'm no longer covered with like boobs.
One comes to Ridley.
I feel like I lost.
One of them
honestly.
comes to Ridley on the ship and goes and does this, and another one walks up and they start speaking to you in Thieves Camp.
Oh no shit!
And they go,
Ooh.
"Hey,
The
are
sneaky
you,
Oobs.
are you a clandestine warrior?"
I am. I respond in Thieves' Camp.
Oh, we are trained to be clandestine warriors.
How many of you?
Oh, only us too, because it's not a training that a lot of people like, but we were always ones that like to sneak behind the plants and listen and go into the shadows or into the bushes, and they would not know where we were until they started talking, because then we have the hive mind, but we're not here. Hive mind don't happen, so we can sneak.
Good deal.
Being a clandestine warrior in hive mind is very challenging. You have to
I would imagine so.
have no mind, blank mind. It's hard.
We have John Cena oobs. Is it
Noob, John C. Noob.
John C. Oob.
I figure that the Oobs are not a subtle people.
No, they're not shy either. This is not.
Well, I can tell you that.
So this oob is not an anomaly. This is an oob. And they all like they're just running around the ship, peeking around things. One of them looks into the toilet and go, "What is in this?"
Oh, I'll show you. Flush.
Whoa!
It
It goes out into space.
Yeah, don't go in there.
And then there were 19.
Yeah.
It's a blue ice oob.
All right. Okay, so God, is there a barbarian oob? Can that be an oob?
There are, out of the 20 oobs, you have at least 2 that are in each of your classes, but there are several that are not. There's a couple wizard. There's a couple straight guys that are trained to be fighters.
Fighters,
And they actually are wearing, before they went in, they went into their particular pods and they pulled out. Some of them have armor and weaponry that are shaped in humanoid form. The monks don't look any different than the warlocks, than the other things. But a couple do have staves, different colored, like colored staves and shapes. One reaches inside and has a wand and puts it back inside the body.
I'm looking for the one that has like a puffed up chest, as if it wants to rage.
Oh, there are a couple barbarians. And by the way, oob can be 3 to 7 feet tall. So there are some beefy ones that are like the fighters and the monks and the barbarians are 6-7 feet tall.
Or like you, or like.
Yes.
So right, yeah, you're like, oh.
Can you do this? And he goes, and his body turns red.
Oh, I go, see this shit, and I rage, and my hair
Your
goes up.
Right. You have the hair.
Oh, you have the body, and also I love the red.
They
thing
look
that
at
you
the
do.
hair like, oh my god, he has the hair.
Hold on, and I'm gonna go downstairs. And I'm gonna cut off a mop, and I'm gonna put the mop on top of him, so we can have like a mohawk like me.
Oh, I like it. And he turns red, but the mohawk doesn't turn color.
Yeah, we'll work on that. So your name is Noob.
What's the barbarian's name?
It can be Noob.
It's got
That's
to
on
be
my
Noob.
list.
Okay, so one of the barbarians is Noob. Write that down. I need
Okay.
I need 19 other names.
Yes. Okay, I'm working on it.
Yep.
I have 14.
Oh my god, you're doing it right now.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
No
So
officers.
I love that we went to Oob's fucking home planet and got an army of angry stuff.
yeah, I've got the I can't open them now, but I have the tokens assigned to the characteristics that they of the NPCs.
Oh, good.
Oh,
But
wait,
when
so
we get into
are there
group
artifacts?
combat, it's not going to be, we're not going to put 30, 40 people in combat. We're doing groups of activity.
Wait, are there artificer oobs?
There are.
Oh,
They just have little gears like going around in like sludge.
I love the idea of an armor artificer plasmoid, where when they don and doff their armor, that's just a little drain in the foot.
Oh, so they get into the armor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
They
I
just
love
leave the
that.
armor.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
it's almost like the German guy from the second Hellboy movie.
So all of us are getting new friends. Like Colin, like there's Bard Oobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Arthur
like they,
definitely just like sits in the middle of the boat and starts playing his harp. I think he's got a harp.
like so they just
Bagpipes.
so they stretch out their arm and it's just like tendrils that they start plucking too.
Okay, I got it, guys. The whole list.
Oh Lord.
And just remember Ann Scott.
And Scott.
And number 20 is Ann Scott.
Wow.
I see you laughing.
Dude, I got some crazy names. They're not really that crazy, but they are funny. Hopefully.
Okay. So the guys are on your ship. You have recruited your first
Italian.
volunteers,
Army of Awesome?
Yeah.
army of oobs.
Oobtalians.
Oobtalion.
Oobtalion? That's pretty good. Who said that one?
That was Matt.
Matt.
Yeah.
Oobtalion.
Maddie?
So good.
That's pretty good. Oobtalion.
I like that.
Specialist. They're the specialist.
Oh man. All right. So where
Black.
to?
No, we're now headed to One Less Tale, man.
Yeah.
I put the
Oh.
names in the Facebook chat. So.
But where's Scott?
And Scott.
Oh, I didn't put in Scott's.
Oh,
No.
we
And
flushed
Scott.
Scott down the toilet. That's
Oh,
yeah.
poor Scott.
He
We're not
disappeared.
going anywhere without Scott.
Here's the blue ice.
Scott's now in space.
So is Scott the only blue oob?
Yeah.
All right, I will go and retrieve Scott, and I'll put Scott back on the boat, and we will now go to One Less Toe, right?
Yeah.
So are you going
no.
to Celesto or are you
no, we're going to the Astral River to talk to the angel.
Oh, good call, good call, good call, good
Okay.
call.
This is like very standard RPG side questy, like gather your allies sort of bit, and I love
Yeah.
it.
So Ridley looks down at the little oob that's announced that it's a thief, as it were, and says, "Can you do this?" And then he teleports to the other side of the ship.
Oh.
Oh. No, that's a skill we don't have yet.
Something to work on.
Ah, you just became a teacher.
Aw, mentor.
I don't know if that's fair, Ridley, because I mean, isn't that like something that the Raven Queen gave you? Wait, is there
It's a
something wrong with your
ship.
finger? Why did you kiss it?
So Arthur looks at the group of boobs and says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong do you guys feel?
Which guys?
The
His-
bards.
his-
I'm
yeah,
hanging out with
his-
the bards.
His bar boobs,
Yeah.
Well, there's
or
two to-
boobs.
one of them goes, well, my training is in the verbal word. And he says, what I'd like to explain to you is how we operate as Oob.
Oh, I was hoping for more of like a slam poem since you're trained in the verbal word.
These are Oob.
The
So we
the
have an
verbal
eloquence bard Oob.
Nice.
And then we have a lore bard Oob.
Nice.
What
So-
manner of artificer oobs are there?
This is great.
There's an,
I love
there's
all
an
of
armorer
this.
like you, and there's a weaponsmith.
So when you get to me,
Nice.
all I'm doing is punching the things that keeps on stretching like slob. They're like, okay, now you punched me.
And the guy with the shirt that's still red punches you.
Yeah, right. Amazing. like when I punch,
yeah,
I like the idea of like it just stretching and not like really hurting them.
yeah.
You know.
So, my oob artificer friends, I have a very important task. When we set sail, you need to make buckets, as many buckets as you can make.
You have a
Who
pretty
got
mind?
What-
20?
show me bucket. I make bucket.
I point to Ooblex bucket. I say bucket.
Okay, where is quartermaster? Need material. And
We have this shit.
yeah, your quartermaster speaks up. Says, okay, come with me. And he goes, oh. And one other guy goes with him, who's wearing armor. You don't know what he is, but he's wearing armor. And he goes, let us go. Let us go now.
Paladoob.
Yeah, it's a fighter oob. He's a fighter
So
oob.
I'm gonna cast
paladin
I'm gonna cast a
Paladin.
little spell.
You're going to
Last
cast what?
8 hours. I'm gonna let's see. I did it and beyond. There we go.
Oh,
Tiny servant.
My spoon is now a little guy.
oh.
And he is going to follow them, and he has instructions to make sure that they have all the supplies they need.
What's it
you
called
guys go
when you
down
fly?
into the basically the workshop, and there's a one of the oobs is reaching into a barrel and pulling out little things of what look like screws and bolts and things that you would maybe use on a mast, and he's putting them all into a pile, and he puts it in there, and his hands go, and it flattens it out, and he starts
Oh,
shaping
yeah.
it just with his hands, and he goes, bucket.
Dude,
So it's gonna
Warhammer
take-
nerd much?
It's going to take about, an hour to make the buckets necessary. Hour
What's
and a
it-
half, maybe. But they're
What's-
all
what's-
working together, and your little assistant comes down, and he keeps handing the bucket, and the little assistant takes the bucket up to the deck, and he goes, the unseen servant can't talk, but one of the oobs comes up and goes, what if we made big bucket, not small bucket?
Yeah, big bucket.
Like 10 small bucket, 2 big bucket.
Hold on. I do have a piece on this. Like, what are the? I just don't know the word for it. Like climbers use a thing.
Carabiners?
Thank you. Like, can we make a carabiner? Because we could all clip the buckets as we go into.
Oh, we could have
Battle.
holstered oobs.
Yes, we all could have with like, so I could carry 2 other like barbarians
I don't
with
think a
me.
sound effect
You can-
like stirrups. Imagine that it would sound like as it clangs against your waist.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So like we all could have 2. There's 20. So that kind of makes sense that we all have carabiners that we could just like dump these guys into battle.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that wouldn't work so well for Ridley.
so the
Yeah.
Quiet,
Hard to
quiet
stealth.
carabiners.
Oh, okay, so the he can't or it can't communicate, but the little spoon fellow.
No, the oob came up and told you.
Oh, came up and told me because I'm still at the helm because I have to fly the boat.
Yeah, they came up and told you.
Oh, okay.
You're the one that gave the instructions.
All right. I think.
I know.
Who's
it's
still
a
in the
lot.
room with me? Who's
I'm still punching a guy that's red that has
Okay.
a mop for a hair.
Hey guys, do we want to do the little buckets or the 5-gallon bucket?
I mean, I'm gonna go for little buckets. I think it's
Little
cool
buckets.
I have idea. Nesting buckets.
Yes.
Do it.
So they're gonna have duplexes.
So-
Yes.
A small bucket inside it nests with just enough room to like sit in the bucket. So you have like 5 buckets in a stack.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Do it.
And
Excellent. Love everything about it.
he goes, and we heard you go in hiding. What's the word? Elsewhere, nowhere. Somewhere you go nowhere.
Invisibility.
Bag of
Bucket of
holding.
holding.
You need yes. We put bucket nesting and you throw them all out, and then oobs go. "Bah, bah, bah, bah."
Yeah.
Fucking- who's this guy? Smartoob? That's
No.
Scott.
That's
That
the
has to
that's
be
the
Scott.
that's the
Yes,
artificer.
Scott.
That's the
definitely
artificer.
Scott.
Oob
Can that
talking
be...
to the artificer Rockham.
Wait. Okay. Let's see. He can be.
So what they're
Lead.
suggesting is they make them so the oobs can sit in the other in a larger bucket or smaller bucket, and they just fit just enough so you can stack them.
And then
Stack
you
'em
plop
by
it in a bag
5.
of holding.
Yeah,
Perfect.
like
That is
like
wondering
Russian
what
nesting
it
buckets, sort
I
of.
really. That just reminds Rockham that he really needs to work on his magnum opus, the coffin of holding,
Yes.
for when you need to carry a lot of bodies.
Coffin
Bodies,
of
bodies,
holding.
bodies.
We're gonna take over. We can take over worlds at this point.
If you make coffin of holding, we all hide in that one thing.
Oh, so Rockham finally has friends, like people that understand him.
Oh, they're like drawing engineering plans out. They're
Yeah.
excited.
Because we
Yeah,
just
he
thought
draws-
Rockham was. We thought Rockham was crazy.
If
People
Rockham
get
had, I mean, Rockham is crazy, but if
Well,
Rockham
yeah,
had, if he had tear ducts, there'd be one tear.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute.
I mean, from the googly eyes, or
Well, because he hasn't had a, he hasn't had another like engineer type person to talk to since his creator.
Right.
that's awesome. That's actually really sweet. Kind of sweet.
Yeah.
And now you so you've making buckets, and you are on the way back to the Astral River.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to the Angel, I think, next.
Yes. The
Okay.
angel.
Oh, I'll go along with him, Greats.
So
Angel of
you're still
wings.
making buckets, but again, back to the astral plane from where you are is the acceleration. The thought it is about 90 minutes that way because of the nature, but an hour and a half to get all
How's
the
it?
way back to the astral plane. And once you're in the astral plane, for you to navigate through that plane to the river is not a big challenge for you.
How's our air? Did we pick up air at the planet?
You did, and there's I mean, you have atmosphere that it doesn't really run out because of the nature of the ship.
Well, we also have an air elemental.
You
so-
basically you have a carbon scrubber,
right? Lovely.
right? So
Yeah, that's tech, but yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, it's
That's pretty tech, but I get it.
yeah. So you end up back at the river, and waiting for you is Azravit. And he descends from the sky to meet your ship. I'm not going to drop the tokens for you guys. You can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he looks at you and says,
So beautiful.
"What do you
Oh,
I see you coming back. What do you Are you going through the river?"
This is the Angel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good to
As
see you.
his name's Azravit. He is
Oh.
a planetar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Wings, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
What up,
Yes.
A-Bit? And goes for a nuck.
Wait, what
Yeah,
did you
you
call him?
A-Bit?
Wings. Oh,
David.
Avid.
And he
That's awesome.
Astravit?
he
A-Bit?
reaches his hand is so big it could almost like be it's bigger than your half your body, but he gently puts his hand out, lets you touch it.
It's like
Arthur
I'm
definitely
sorry,
like
I
tries
broke
to
your
like
spine.
yeah, Arthur definitely tries to like punch it like kind of hard, like just to like show off a little bit.
as the bard.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Your hand is a little sore, and he
That's
uses
Punches
just one
granite.
finger to touch your in your
He
heel.
boops you. Yeah. Right. Did he boop him? No.
He didn't know his strength.
Aw.
Yeah. All good.
So
I have. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we get through the river if we combine all 21 oobs
and
and then-
Scott.
cover the boat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Let's do
shit.
that.
So Ange.
Where are we going though?
No. We're
What
gonna
Predator
go.
is asking is, what do you want?
Oh well. All means.
We want to go through the river.
Oh, wait a second. Oh,
Oh,
so
okay.
so what we need, we already know where we want to go. So we need one last toes, and we gotta bring them all back to Toro. Well, but like you're quite big. I mean, you're bigger than me, which makes you quite big. Have you ever been to Toro?
To where?
Toro, home, Earth.
Oh.
Toro is.
I have been to many planes. Many. I have been to that body. I've also been to Oob. Your world.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been to many planes too. But mostly I stay here in the astral plane so I can keep an eye on things.
Well, you know what? You know what's the best thing about keeping an eye on things? Like if you're right there, or you can see everything up close and personal. Like,
What do you suggest?
oh,
Make your request.
can we have a powwow?
Hey,
All right, so I'll bring in all my friends. Oh, guys. So he's like real big and super important. And I think that, like, I probably shouldn't be the person talking to him because my words, although I like them, probably not the best all strung together like. So, and also, oops,
Yes.
I love your words too, but
Oh.
like, you're crazy like me. So
That's
I'm
true.
gonna guess it comes down to the robot,
Mm.
the thief, and our front of the house bard.
Well,
Yeah.
No.
well,
You're
I'm
probably
smart,
right.
but I'm not good at communicating.
So
So,
okay.
so Walcom is out.
yeah.
I
Oh.
Arthur like puts his hand in the middle, like ready, break.
No, what wait, nothing was resolved.
And Arthur
Arthur's gone already.
Arthur strolls up to Astrovit.
I thought I was the impulsive
Okay.
one.
I love that you're doing this. Go, Arthur.
he looks down at you.
Avit, how would you like to be involved in making sure that justice and peace rules a world? How would you like to make a difference?
Aw.
I like
We are the world.
you're speaking to a lawful good
children.
planetar
Aw.
who says, "Are you saying that we can bring law and justice to a kingdom, and I can help you do it?"
Yes.
Arthur puts his hands around the planetar's shoulders as best as he is able. And it
So you-
like
so you get
I'm
to his
around his like
nipples?
ankle. Yeah, like I'm
All
around
right.
like his ankle. Like
One on each nipple is what I prefer.
yeah. Avit, that's exactly what I'm saying, buddy.
We are the world.
Ah,
We are the
He
children.
uses his divine awareness, which
We're telling the truth.
the planetar
Yeah.
knows if he hears a lie and does not hear one. And he says, I
So-
have witnessed when things go too far. I did remember once helping the Oob into the Fey Run when the corruption was spreading through the land.
Rough time.
I remember a son that someone was draining magically. Stop them and save an entire system. But I do not like what you have said. When there is someone who uses holy lies, I am in.
yeah,
Arthur turns around to his group and like gives like a thumbs up.
right.
Get in, losers. We're saving a kingdom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I
Followed
don't.
by beat it, beat it,
Yeah.
beat it.
Arthur
And
turns
by the
back
way,
to Avit.
this is all. So he speaks all languages. So
Right.
he uses telepathy with you and everyone in your party only and says, I will join you. But I think
Fuck
your
yeah.
ship may be
Too small.
too small. I will transport myself when you
Oh.
need me. You call.
That's so sick.
So we're gonna have a Super Saiyan drop.
Yeah.
You have like a,
So,
a magic whistle or something?
I was gonna say, like, what's the code word? Like bananas, and then you'll pop in.
Give
like,
me a
what's the
sending
deal?
stone. I like sending stones.
Oh,
No,
that
flash dance, man. We have to do a communal dance.
It's like everywhere or everything
Pineapple.
everywhere all at once. Like
You have
have to
a,
do
you have
something
a,
out of
do you
the
still have a
ordinary.
pair of sending stones?
Actually, we did leave one with him.
Oh,
He said, "Yeah, he said when you need me, call." And
Well-
I'll be there.
well, we could retcon us taking Krusk's Sending Stone back. Because
We also now have what 3 or 4 artificers.
Yeah.
So Rockham's not the only one who can make sending stones.
How many
Correct.
artificers does it make, or does it take
but
to
you
make
do
a
have
sending
one.
stone?
You do have one set that you have that you do not have to make. I don't. Rob remembers you giving him one. If you did give him one, I didn't remember that, but probably in the notes somewhere.
It sounds like something we would do. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't know. I'll just give him.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
he takes that and he says, "When you call, I will come."
Oh, that's nice.
You call. I will answer.
Are there?
And now,
Has-
remember, you are only about a very short flight travel to the Titan Hand down the river.
Yeah.
So if you do want to talk to Celesto, that's where you would do it.
Got it.
God,
Probably
we
a
are
good
so
idea.
doing Ocean's 11. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
random question. Did the Githyanki tell us where they were going?
Oh, that's right. The gift would be
They
so useful.
they didn't tell you, but you did have a stone from
You son of a bitch.
Upsili. Upsili is the Githyanki captain of the ship you attacked.
So-
Here you go.
Yeah, right.
In
so,
fairness, they were about to attack us.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Well,
let's call.
they thought you were
Mind flayers.
mind flayers, and you thought
So-
Squid.
they
I
were.
thought they were mind flayers.
So
Yeah.
let's call down Sirius and definitely make sure this all happens.
Yeah, I'll just send him a message saying,
You
if
in?
you're interested,
It's about
we
to go
are
down.
saving our kingdom. You are welcome to join and help. Maybe big fight will happen.
One
Yeah.
more.
Nux.
Nice.
I got in my notes that
you get a
Oob
res-
has a dodecahedron that gives a boon once a day
Oob does.
from that
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah. I can do that.
Mm.
Right. You hear back from Vasily. He says, "Well, I'll make you a deal. We'll help you with your problem, and I think we all have to go back. We really want to destroy Aristes' hub and take away the Mind Flayer's power."
Sounds like season 2.
Heck yeah.
Eh,
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's do
I'm
it.
down.
Beat some mind flayers.
He will
Because-
find out tomorrow because I am out of
One-
words.
We are currently assholes.
Oh,
Wait.
One
I think I might.
Days.
I think I might have some artificer bullshit. One sec.
One mind flayer was pretty easy, so a hub should be meh.
Oh my gosh.
No problem.
An entire planet.
Yeah.
You're laughing and like, yeah, I like your style. We can hunt
Yeah.
help, but we are only 20 in one ship. So we will help if we can, as long as you
Yeah.
help us with the flares.
Yeah.
That's
He
fine.
said
20.
there were two, at least 2 of each of our classes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I looked down at my little friends. I said, "We've got plenty of sneaky snacks."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm so
just
punching
imagine-
the red guy.
Yeah, I just imagine Raj and his compatriots like sitting there, like building a lock and like handing it to the other person to like try to pick.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
This is
they-
fantastic.
That's one of the things that a thief would have in their kit is lock picking, like just different locks to practice lock picking.
So
Hey,
as we're
are-
boarding the ship to get ready to head to Solo Toes,
One
I
less
like that one
toe.
too.
Now
One
he's only
less
got
toe.
one.
Yeah.
Solo toe. Not Han
That's
Solo.
one big toe on each foot.
Han Soto.
Ah,
Arthur like
We're
Arthur looks
devolving.
back at 8-Bit and like runs back and like hugs his knee real quick and then like runs back onto the ship.
Hey,
All
hey,
right.
Arthur, do you have sending?
I do not know.
Okay.
I think
How about
Arthur
Oob?
has a crush on the angel.
Oob, do you have sending?
No.
I think it's a wizard thing.
I thought one of you guys did.
Wizard
I
or
definitely don't.
cleric?
I might have used to and I might have dropped it. No.
I have Skywrite.
No, it's okay. We'll just have to reply to the Githyanki tomorrow.
No,
Okay.
it's all good. They can wait.
just call my name.
Okay, so
Suspense.
are you stopping to see Celesto too?
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
That's
Yes.
actually that's what we need. That's the
Yeah,
catalyst.
that's
And he's coming regardless. If we can put him in a box if that's what
we've
we
got
need to do.
yeah, we've got a lot of gunpowder, but now we need the bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to finish this
That's a
all
good
off.
way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Celesto
So,
just
We've
like
got our NPC
crystallizes.
railgun set up. We just need the rail.
Yeah.
Freaking peasant railgun.
Right? Oob bucket and peasant railgun.
Everybody prepare. Now.
I'm just
Oh.
gonna. I'll pull up the map, but I'm not gonna pull the token.
It's just a spear that travels 1,000 miles and instantaneously
Yeah, we won, right?
goes through 7 Tarasques.
Yes, of course. Of course. Perfect.
One sharpened stick breaks the sound barrier.
Yeah. Mach 4, man. Mass becomes limitless after Mach 5. It does. Like it's a compound reaction.
I can't wait for next
it?
combat.
Yeah.
So
Top
more.
Gun?
Do what?
I guess you're already on this map.
Thank you for mute, Matt.
No problem.
Sneeze or a cough. I couldn't tell which, but one of which did not assault my ears, and I appreciate that.
All right. So
Ooh.
as you
It's the hand.
Top to the hand.
back to the hand,
Bite it. Bite the hand that feeds.
Celesto's on another map. So you land the ship, you start looking around, and you off the knuckle, Celesto does come down and says, "How long have you you've been gone a while? How are things going?"
Good. We got an army.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
You have a what?
oh, right. And what did
Well-
we call it? An Ooblis? What
Not
did you
just
call
quite
it?
an army
Italian.
yet.
Oobdalion.
Yeah.
Not quite
So-
an entire army, but
We've effectively called the banners, so to speak.
I want to like
What
hive
is our-
mind
what
to
is
the
your
rest
goal?
of the.
You go ahead.
Oh. I want to hive mind to the rest of the oob to just like pop up and go hi,
So
he can see.
it's almost so out of the edge of the ship, you just start seeing some of the guys are really tall and some are small. So the tall ones are waving, and the other ones just see two tendrils. Like
Like little arms out, like just
like
beyond the barrier.
It's
Like
like the
there's-
Bellagio fountains coming off our
Right.
ship.
yeah,
Or like a bunch of those like inflatable car dealership things.
so you
Noodle
have
Man.
quite a
Arthur's
few
waiting
allies
for us
here.
to call Astrovit
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
right.
doesn't want to be shown up.
We also got like the GIF Yankee and like a fuck off big angel.
Angel.
So,
oh,
one of the bishops was enticed to take a fall down the stairs and died, and they're going to
Which- wait, who died?
Duna dead.
Duna dead.
Yeah, Duda Dead died.
Dula
Duna
Dane.
dead died.
Yes, he is now due to dead.
Ah, Okay.
He was beckoned to how do I want to put this? He facilitated Gravity's attempt to lower him quickly.
Yes.
He was called home to his fathers.
He did not cast Featherfall in time.
He did not cast Featherfall in time. So
He rolled a nat
is
one.
going to work with Kafka to try to make sure that someone amenable is promoted in the meantime. But we are not convinced that some nonsense, some evil chicanery might not take place. So we have amassed some friends to come and help us in case that there is some high level bullshit we have to fix.
Yeah.
And to be honest,
So
you're
your
kind of
plan
like
is to
make you the
attack the
keynote
temple?
speaker. No. You're going to be like a keynote speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're asking me to come out of hiding and do what exactly?
Well, just your existence alone
Yeah.
will pretty much squash all the problems.
I mean,
Like, there shouldn't really even be a fight. Right? I mean, like,
Um,
and if you wanted to, like,
there will
be a
definitely
bishop,
be a fight
well, that's
if I
why we
show
got
up.
the. That's why we
because
got the
they
gift Yankee.
kept me a prisoner for hundreds of years.
Well, you
Yeah,
didn't have
but, like-
much, did you?
not all of them meant to either. Like, they didn't know any better,
I mean, like, we're not showing up right. Like, we got the gift Yankee. We got like a whole bunch
How are
of
you
like
gonna know
22.
who the good and the bad are? Like, what are we
That's
gonna? What are we gonna
that's
do?
your job.
Well, probably the ones that don't like you will probably the bad.
Yeah, so the
So
bad
we're
ones will
basically gonna
attack
start
us.
a war with the church.
Well, what do you
Yeah.
do other than standing by a stinky finger?
Who
Well-
says yeah? I heard that.
Let's say instead of starting a war with the church, is we're making the church start a war with itself.
That's just true.
Oh,
And also, you're kind of like wasting yourself being like standing on
Yeah.
a stinky pinky.
Yeah.
Stinky Pinky.
That's where he's on. He's on a.
This-
That's
this
no.
is
That was
Yeah.
such a good statement. What a sentence.
I have regained my power in some of my materials. I have talked to Azravit has bringing me things, so I have my components I need.
Oh, he's
I've
coming
got-
with us.
Oh yeah.
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 Azravit?
Arthur looks
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arthur
Yes.
looks a little bit jealous and is like, "How do you know Astrovit?"
I've known him before many of you were alive, but he is.
You
have convinced him
you
to
don't
get
seem like his
involved?
type. I'm not
Yes,
gonna lie to
we
you.
have convinced him.
It turns
Right.
out he's not a fan of injustice, and it actually wasn't very difficult.
Yeah, he kind of like just hopped at whatever I asked him to do because we're cool like that. So
Arthur
Honestly,
has a crush.
the surprising one is the gift Yankee. Like,
Yeah, we got a
So
gift
where
contingent
is-
to help us too.
Where are your allies in the temple? Agnon and Kafka?
Yeah,
pretty
and
their
their
much it.
bishops?
subordinates.
yeah,
Yeah.
About it.
But not really important.
But that's why we're
because,
bringing our own crew.
yeah.
like, we're pretty much gonna force like the
Oh.
shitty things out. We're gonna smoke
Yeah.
them out.
We needed an insurance policy.
And none of this works if you don't come. By the way.
Yeah.
Do we really need much more than Astrovit?
Yeah, because otherwise we're just coming up with some. Otherwise we're just some assholes showing up with an army to overthrow the church. That's not what we're about.
Although
Yeah.
I would not mind being king of something.
I'm gonna say
But-
not what we're
but the
about, but
reveal-
it would not upset me.
But the reveal is what you're counting on to do what? So I
Well,
reveal
okay.
myself.
To filter the bad from the good, because the good will be like, "Oh, interesting. Why are you back?" And the bad will be like, "Kill him."
True.
So, right.
I
Right.
see.
Also, how would you
Lots
like
of
to
peop-
have your power and authority back?
A lot of good things could happen.
I'll be
including-
honest. Last time I ran against Perfonos. I lost.
But did you have a Planetar and an army of Oobs and Githyanki?
Yeah,
I mean,
Oobs are really
I
powerful.
did not.
and also like a
that
small
could have made
robot.
could have made a huge difference.
Right.
And like the guy in power now, even the head of the church is the salted one. I don't even think Porphonos is around anymore. Or is salted boy just what Porphonos is calling himself now?
Did you try casting Vortex Warp? Because that works really well for me.
What's Vortex
What?
Warp? I'm asking, what is that again?
It's the spell that takes a person who's over there and puts them over there.
Oh.
Well,
Puts
it's what
them
we
over.
use to take down a ship captain. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And it's how we captured Krusk.
Yeah, he was
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
happy.
true too.
He was like running away on a camel, and then he's like sitting on the ground in front of you.
Unthrilled.
So not bad.
I mean, to be honest,
What is your passive?
Oh, mine.
Asian.
can I raise? Can I
Passive
raise
is
my
like
hand?
22, right?
Can I raise my hand before?
Yeah.
Before the persuasion.
My persuasion's -1.
Yeah. Right.
Mhm.
I would just like to try to persuade. Says, but you are definitely powerful, and you know what magic can do for the people, and you're from Toro. So, what I'm telling to you is that the people of Toro are being oppressed, hurt, dying too early, and without any support from the governments. With just simply the return of magics without badges needed could save lives, grow crops, feed the people, bathe the dirty, and continue the good life of those that have spent a good life lived. It's sad that an idiot like myself need to impress upon thee as a genius of, a cosmic level to come and help his own planet when we've had the Githyanki that are not part of ours, the Oobs, which is not part of ours, and a literal angel of justice. So, to make an argument to use to join your original fight is a little bit disheartening.
Arthur puts his arm around. Gosh, I was gonna say Bevy. That's wrong. Gus, and snaps his fingers and says, "Yeah," and gives him bardic inspiration.
And then Oob
And by
says,
the way,
Oop,
all he
yes.
does is look at all of you. Look at the ship. Well, how could I say no to such a
Aw.
committed army? I'm in.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then I
That's
Yeah.
where we're gonna stop tonight.
Dude, we're so good.
Great episode.
Guys, we're good at
I'm
D&D.
so curious what happens next week. I have to create several maps.
And 20 Oops.
Yeah,
I was
we're
gonna
gonna kick some ass.
And
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah.
We will now rule on Aloria. Thank you
Yeah.
for your input, Michael. But we'll
We're
take it
gonna
from here.
expand
Yeah.
our empire. of
God
the
damn it.
Cyclops.
This time I'm getting chariots. Michael got that joke.
Yeah.
It's an old joke.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Same time,
Bye.
same channel.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Right. All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.